rebels called Gaddafi attack.
2 people have died after a gunman opened fire on a bus carrying American soldiers.
Using cannabis as a teenager or young adult increases the risk of psychosis.
This is CNN News with Sam
and Christophe Claus. Rebel forces have fought off an attempt by soldiers loyal to Muammar Gaddafi to retake the eastern old town of Brega. Gaddafi forces had moved into eastern areas for the first time since towns there fell to protesters 2 weeks ago. The BBC's John Simpson in Brega says it seems clear of loyalist troops. Earlier, Gaddafi said on TV he would fight until the last man and woman and warned that thousands of Libyans would die if Western forces intervened. Our correspondent has been to the seashore and the university where the heaviest fighting took place, and they appear entirely clear of Gaddafi troops.
I'm here at the university. A senior rebel officer suggests the Gaddafi troops might have run out of ammunition and been forced to withdraw. The excited rebels appeared very proud of what they have achieved, and the feeling in town is that Gaddafi men do not necessarily have their hearts in the job. Firing could still be heard, but they are just victory shots. Two people have died after a gunman opened fire on a bus carrying American soldiers at Frankfurt Airport. The driver of the bus and the US soldier were reportedly killed, while 2 others were seriously injured. A 20-year-old suspect from Kosovo was arrested after the shooting in front of Terminal 2 at Europe's second biggest airport. Police have told German media it's not clear if it was a terrorist attack or not. Kosovo Interior Minister Bajiram Sepi said in an interview that the German police had identified the suspect as a Kosovan citizen from northern town of Mitrovica.
Hi Sam, I'm here at the accident. Everything happened on board the bus. The suspected gunman has been arrested. There are 2 dead and 2 seriously injured. The gunman's motive for the attack is not yet clear. This is a devastating and a tragic event. We are trying to find out was this something that was organized or what was the nature of the attack. The US Army Europe has not yet issued a comment, except to say it was looking into the accident. Back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Christophe. The BBC's Stephen Evans in Berlin says the airport is not far from Ramstein's airbase, the US Air Force's headquarters in Europe. Last month, the German parliament extended by 1 year the military mission in Afghanistan. Germany has 4,860 troops there despite domestic polls suggesting the mission's unpopularity. Using cannabis as a teenager or young adult increases the risk of psychosis. The study published in the British Medical Journal involved tracking 1,900 people over a period of 10 years. Although the link between cannabis and psychosis is well established, it had been unclear whether cannabis triggers the disorder. The research was led by Professor Jim van Os from Maastricht University in the Netherlands and included researchers from the Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland and the UK. Next to me, Jim van Os.
Hi Sam. We excluded anyone who resorted cannabis use or pre-existing psychotic symptoms at the start of the study, which took place in Germany. The participants in the study, aged between 14 and 24, were assessed for cannabis use and psychotic symptoms at 3 points over a 10-year period. We found that cannabis use significantly increased the risk of psychotic symptoms even when other factors such as socioeconomic status, use of different drugs and other psychiatric conditions were taken into account. However, it did not answer the question of whether skunk and other potent types of cannabis carried a higher risk or psychosis than traditional resin and marijuana.
Oh, 3 years ago, the Labour government reclassified cannabis up to Class B from C against the advice of its own drugs advisor, who said cannabis played only a modest role in the development of psychotic illness.